Hi! So today's topic is loupes. A couple of people have asked me, should I get loupes, or do I need loupes, or what kind of loupes should I get? Should I get through the lens, flip up, what brand should I go with? And honestly, it's all personal preference. And I wanted to say these are just my opinions. I'm not paid to advertise the loupes that I have. I chose these loupes because of my own personal preference, what I liked, what I prefer. So the whole point of loupes is to help you see. You have a frame and then you have lenses with microscopes in them, and it helps to bring things closer, make things bigger. So that way, if you feel like you're bending over because you can't see because everything's too small, loupes will make it so that things are closer so you can sit up straight. And plus there's a set focal length that is customized to you, so it won't focus unless it's in that range. So it makes it a little more difficult for you to have bad posture while wearing loupes. So I'm just going to talk about my personal experience with loupes. So I actually have two pairs of loupes. And the story behind that is, when I was a D1, I was wearing my contacts a lot and I didn't think I would need my prescription in the loupes, so I just got loupes without prescription. Because I have sensitive eyes, because of all of the staring at the computer screen, trying to study and all of that, my eyes were kind of irritated with the contacts, so I wasn't able to wear my contacts as often as I wanted to, so I couldn't wear my loupes as often as I wanted to. When I started clinic in D3, I decided that I wanted to wear loupes more often, so I got a second pair of loupes with prescription in them. It's a different company and a different style and everything, so I can talk about the loupes that I have. And again, this is not paid advertisement, this is just my personal opinion of the loupes that I have. So honestly, to find the pair of loupes that you like and the pair that work for you, you have to actually go and try them on, talk to the representatives, and see which one works for you. So there's different styles, different brands, different fits, different feels, so you really need to try them all on and see which ones you like. And it's not like a one-day shopping thing where you try on a bunch of things and then you pick right then and there. You can, but it might be better for you to sit there, think about it, maybe do a little more research on what kind of loupes that you're looking for. So as a D1, the first pair of loupes I got was Surgitel. So my first pair of loupes is a hot pink Surgitel Oakley frame loupes. The thing is, this frame comes in a bunch of different colors and slightly different styles, but it's an Oakley frame. So it's heavy duty plastic, but it's very, very light. And then you have the option of getting flip up lenses or through the lens. I determined that I wanted flip ups because I figured if I needed to run around somewhere, I didn't want to have the loupes right in front of my face because that would block my vision and I would probably get really dizzy and stuff. So that's why I opted for the flip up. And so if you don't need to use them for, working, say you're doing something, you don't need loupes, you can just flip them up and you still have safety glasses. So that's why I chose this. So the cool thing about being flip up is that it has more of an angulation downwards. So when you look down, you can look more down instead of having to bend your neck a little more. The flip ups do make it a little more heavy. So again, go out and see which loupes that you like and which ones you prefer. So I really like this. This did really well for me for D1 and D2. And I really like them. They're hot pink, they're fun, and it's just, it was a nice pair of loupes. The only problem was that my eyes started to get a little more irritated, so I couldn't wear these loupes as often because I couldn't wear my contacts as often. So just recently, about maybe 6 months, I decided to get a new pair of loupes. So at NYUCD, there's a vendor fair that a bunch of different vendors come in, and that day there were 4 or 5 different companies that were selling loupes, and I went around and tried different ones, and I had decided that this time I'm gonna get prescription in my lenses because my contacts were not, doing it for me. So I went with Designs for Vision. It comes in this cute little case, little carrying strap, and I've learned that if you put your loupes in your locker, put them back in the case. I accidentally put my loupes in my locker without thinking, and I had pulled out my jacket and they fell on the floor, so a little part of the lens chipped, so I'm really bummed about that. So my second pair of loupes is actually very different from my first pair. This time I actually got through the lens, and my prescription is in the frame and in the loupes. The reason why I got this one was because I decided that I have kind of a small face, and having the flip ups was a little too heavy for me. Plus, with my prescription, I have really strong prescription. So do you see how thick that lens is? And this is with high index already. So I already knew that with a thick lens with my prescription, it was already going to be heavy, and I didn't want the extra flip up that would add weight. With these, I think it's actually kind of cute because they inscribe your name on the side. So the cool thing about this is the frame is actually really, really big, so I can actually see through the lens if I need to see something. And the loupes are sitting a little lower, so I have more space to get like my peripheral vision and stuff. Again, the loops are pointed downwards, and that way you don't have to tilt your head, bend your back so much to be able to see. And this is totally customized to me. They measure like the width of your eyes, your face and everything, and your focal length to make it customizable to you. So if anybody else wore this, one, they wouldn't be able to see because my prescription is really, really strong and they'd probably go blind, but these are set to what my eyes are. They get a little heavy sometimes because the frame is metal, but they've been working really well for me. So again, it's personal preference. So comparing the two, if you get a through the lens, it's customized to you. Only you can wear it and nobody else. If you get flip up, these are actually adjustable. So you can change the lens going up and down, you can change the width of the lens. So if somebody else needed to use your loupes, or you needed to give your loupes or sell your loupes, you could actually sell these back. These, through the lens, you wouldn't be able to. So between the two of them, they're both very good loupes. Honestly, it all comes down to personal preference. So the best thing you could do is go out and actually try these loupes on and see which kind work for you better. Do you like flip up through the lens? What kind of magnification do you want? Do you want to start with the normal 2.5, or do you want to go even more magnification than that? Just keep in mind that the more magnification you get, the less light you get, and some people get the additional light. I personally don't have a light because I feel like the overhead light is enough light for me. But some people like the light that attaches to the loupes because it's coming from the same direction that you're seeing it from. So the light is always direct light instead of trying to adjust the light to try to get it to work for you. So a couple more things to talk about. So loupes I know can get pretty pricey, and I think a lot of people would probably say I'm crazy for having 2 sets of loupes, but the thing is, I see it as an investment. The main reason why I got loupes was because my posture wasn't as good as it could be. So with loupes, I feel like I could sit up straight and still be able to see and not have to bend over and, you know, get into my patient's face to be able to see what I'm doing. So it's a long-term investment. So the bottom line is you have to go out and try a bunch of different loupes. See which one fits your style, see which one fits your face, see which one works best for you. No one can tell you if, you know, through the lens or flip up is better. You have to try them and you have to see which one works for you. So I hope my little overview on loupes helped you. Find the one that fits you, find the one that works for you. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. And remember, please subscribe. Thank you and good luck. Bye.